This is Football Daft with Stephen Purden,
midfield dynamo and average actor,
Chris Toll,
target man, suspicious character,
and
with the top end of Stevenson,
Welcome to Football Daft, the daftest Scottish football podcast around. I'm Stephen Purden and let's welcome the team. Well, what am I doing this week? I'm doing Grado can't make it. I mean, it is becoming a theme now. It's becoming a theme. I missed 2 weeks in a trot. You missed last week, but let's welcome you back, Chris. You're back, whether you're ready, because your team are pleading with your fans to get the season tickets bought. And we would have liked to have announced that.
Gonna buy a season ticket office.
We would like to have had a manager in place, but please go and still get a season ticket and we'll give you a wee voucher for like the Celtic store or whatever. But mate, welcome back. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you, Stephen, and congratulations.
How are you?
Congratulations on your team's demolition of Glasgow. I'm happy to see you, sir.
Oh, that's true, because we've not seen each other for a few weeks now.
We haven't, mate. We haven't.
You haven't. I think you'll find it was a small minority.
Small minority.
John, this is John. Don't you fucking? Last week. I think last week on Rangers Daft we spoke about it, John. Or was it on the main show?
We spoke about it both.
It was ridiculous behaviour. I don't condone it.
Do you know what? This is Football Daft. We like to leave things light-hearted.
Aye.
Let's fucking gloss over the tapet just like they had today with fucking George Square the next day.
But mate, I mean that's kind of old news now. Like yesterday, as I passed on, I'm scrolling through Twitter. The Celtic Twitter page came up on. Well, I mean, it's like the joke it just keeps on giving, mate. It's like, I mean, the guy or woman who has to run that Twitter page must really be having a right tough time now, man, because the shite they're having to put out. I mean, he's are getting pumped on the pitch, but half it, I know he's are getting absolutely hammered on, mate. Like,
what was my one word answer when you put it in the group chat?
Ready.
It's a fucking ready. It's a ready. Yeah.
Are you getting your season boot? Where's your voucher for? Is it for the Celtic Superstore or something?
I think it's for the Rangers shop the way the cunts are going on there, man. I'm not even joking.
Oh, you know what? I still think he's going to announce how, but we'll see. But what else has been happening in Scottish football? First off, congratulations to St Johnstone in becoming Scotland's...
Are you saying you're not going to read that, are you?
Congratulations, my producer.
Want me to read that? But
no, not at all. I'm going to kind of paraphrase this. My producer John has fucked up his notes again here. First off, congrats to St Johnstone in becoming Scottish Cup winners.
That's not what it says, Stephen. That's not what
you read that verbatim, son. Read that verbatim.
I'm not fucking reading it. I'm not reading it.
No, but Stephen, read what it actually says.
It says, first off, congrats to St Johnstone on their Scottish Cup win at the weekend.
No, listen to me. Look at what he's typed.
First off, congrats to St Johnstone in becoming Scotland's most successful club this season.
No, it doesn't say club, does it?
Club! I was like, what am I missing here? Do you know what? The age-old argument that's been gained around, right? I know where you're on, John. You'll probably be next to John here, too. But I've done my research last night, right? And I forgot what my research was now. But how can you, right? It's 5 games. They didn't come into the third round.
We've got a bite.
Beautiful.
It's 5 games.
Stephen, see if it's 5 games.
Finished,
how come Rangers couldn't do it?
How come Celtic couldn't do it?
Because it's 5 games was too much for us. It wasn't
right.
for St Johnstone, but
wasn't he? Right, they came in at the third round, right? To win the 5 games, right. I think one of the games was Clyde or Dunfermline or something, right? Mm-hmm. Then they beat us. Then they beat St Mirren or whatever, right? How can that go in the same context of going 38 games undefeated in a league campaign?
Well, you need to take into account the League Cup and all.
No, we're not
So-
talking about the League Cup, but
No, but what Johnny's saying that they're Scotland's most successful club this season.
no, he's not. He's saying they're Scotland's most successful club.
I wish I hadn't pointed that out, John. I'm sorry, mate.
No, you boys, you know where I stand. I was
know.
happy for them. I was happy for them. They done
Right,
well.
put it this way. Let me put this to you, right?
Yes.
Man City win the league undefeated, right?
Mhm.
But Fulham win the League Cup and the FA Cup.
Mhm.
You'd be saying that Fulham had a
I'd
better
be saying
season
Man
than
City's been the most successful club this season.
You'd be saying that Fulham had a better season than Man City.
That's you. Just putting words into my mouth, Christopher. And I wouldn't. I'd be saying Man
Anymore, I'll
City.
be putting something else in your mouth.
Hey! Can they push for third next season?
Well, do you know what? See if they can manage to carry their form into the league, and if Davidson can get them playing in the league the way that they were playing in the cup, I don't see why not. I honestly don't see why not.
Can they push for second and challenge Rangers?
What, for second? They can challenge Rangers for
Or
second,
first?
aye,
No, can they
brother.
push for second and give Rangers a challenge?
For second.
No, because Rangers are tap, mate. I mean, they fucking. I mean,
Rangers only tap, the season's no started yet, you dafty.
mate.
On the
Rangers are the
hoops.
champions.
That's it.
Oh,
10
it
Here
is,
we
it
go.
is,
10 in a
aye.
row, yeah, boy.
Aye. What's going on? Where's your manager, mate?
Fuck knows.
Where's
mate.
your manager?
Apparently he was in a chippy and pool yesterday.
Aye. Who?
Eddie Howe.
Is he going to be the manager?
Stevie, I don't know, mate. I honestly don't know. I'm starting to
John,
wonder.
who's your money on?
I've heard, well, obviously, apparently there's an employment lawyer says that the deal hasn't been done because Bournemouth's season hadn't ended. Now, Bournemouth's season has ended. Now, I expected...
I don't think it ends until the playoff final is happened.
Oh, right.
I don't think it does.
Once their season's ended, that's when things could start happening because an employment lawyer had said it on a Celtic podcast that my mate was listening to, and that's what he was hitting me with, that it's all due to employment law and he's definitely signed up his manager.
See, at the end of the day, there's only two people that know what the fuck's going on. One of them's Eddie Howe, and the other one's whoever does the shit at Celtic. That's the only people. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. It's a tough one. It's I mean, what are we on now? We're on what? It's nearly fucking June. It's June on Monday or something, or
Mate,
Tuesday.
we've been without a manager for 3 months.
We should have the Big Brother voiceover guy, J61 at Parky.
Yeah, did
Celtic still don't have a manager.
Did any see the tweet that somebody put out today? And it was a picture of Eddie Howe when he made his debut for Bournemouth as a player.
That's right.
It says in 1994, Celtic began talks with Eddie Howe to become their new manager. Talks are still ongoing.
I think it still will happen, mate. I still think it'll be him.
Do you know what? See if it wasn't going to happen, I think they would have appointed somebody else by now.
Aye, probably aye. But another bit of news, boys, this week. After 28 years in the top flight, Kilmarnock have been relegated and Dundee have been promoted. Congratulations to Dundee and commiserations to Kerry. But I'm going to say right off the bat, thank fuck, another plastic pitch away, man.
Well, somebody said something to me the other day. The fact that we can now get rid of plastic pitches for good.
Because it's going to be an 11-1 vote.
Yep. And the only one team that's going to vote for it's Livingston. So what would happen
what do Livy do, though?
Well, they fucking tear it up and get grass down, don't they?
Well, this is the thing, though. This is you guys coming from your old firm pedestal, right?
Mate, I just want folk to have a career where at the end of it they don't need to be fucking.
Right, listen, here's a question, right? Stephen Purden, you play 7-a-sides, 8-a-sides, don't you? Do you play on an AstroTurf pitch?
Yes.
Can you still play football on an AstroTurf pitch?
I'm very good at it, yes.
Well, if I'm a professional footballer, can I play on an AstroTurf pitch? I'm paid to be a professional footballer. Surely I can play on an AstroTurf pitch.
How you know asking me, John?
Sorry, Chris. Do you play 7-a-sides?
No, I don't anymore.
Right,
My legs are made out of plasticine and fucking rubber bands.
But it's like right. AstroTurf pitch. It's fake grass, right? It's fake grass.
Some are better than ours.
When I go into my work, right, we block a scene, we rehearse a scene, and then we put the fucking cameras on it and we do the scene for real. When you're a football player, you probably train on an astral pitch. It's no real grass. You should be playing on. It's embarrassing that in real professional football in Scotland, you've got fake grass. That's poor.
But then there's the counter argument. These clubs make money out of this. Like clubs like Livingston, Hamilton, Falkirk, community clubs. They use them constantly throughout the week to get all their kids and all their youth players and all the players coming through, and it provides revenue for the club. They rent out to punters like us who go down and play on them. That costs more revenue for the club. And then the other thing is the Scottish weather. I mean, we've seen the states that some of the pitches can get in Scotland when it comes to
No,
wind.
I get that, mate, and I'm not dissing Livy because I'm not sitting here. I'm just sitting here saying what Chris was saying. You want your players' career to be prolonged and keep playing, because you see what happened to Jamie Murphy at Rugby Park. He was never the same player after it. Never the same player.
Like you said, all these boys train on it probably during the week.
It's different. The intensity level's different training to a real game, John. Come on.
And also, you need to take into account they're picking wee black balls out their arse for about a month after it.
That's very true.
It's true. That is true. But do you know what? Do you know what I'm liking the look of next season? I'm liking the look of, obviously, Rangers playing Celtic, Hearts playing Hibs, Dundee versus Dundee United. It's kind of like a throwback to what it used to be like football. Do you know what I mean?
Falkirk versus Cove Rangers.
No.
Aye.
I tell you what, there's going to be the Ayrshire derby in the championship.
Ayr and Kilmarnock. I seen Ayr's tweet as soon as the final whistle went, just to be ice.
You're right in what you're saying, but Stevie, see the 3 games.
It's good, isn't it?
They raise the profile of Scottish football, don't they?
Aye,
They really do.
The Dundee derby, the Edinburgh derby, the Old Firm. Do you know what I mean? I like that. Do you know what I mean? The Old Firm. Yes.
Remember
Bishop.
that?
Aye, what you ain't to say, mate? What you want to say? Where's your manager, mate?
Shut up, right?
Mate, where's your manager?
Shut up, right?
Anyway,
Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute.
Is that an old school milk bottle?
That's an old school milk bottle, mate.
Oh, I like that, man. I like that. Talking of managers, it has been a hell of a manager merry-go-round this week. Kicked off with Stevie Crawford, resigned at Dunfermline. Barry and Bob, friends of the show, left Kelty Hearts after winning promotion. They were expected to be appointed at Alloa. Yogi left Ross County and was quickly replaced by Malcolm Mackay. Jim Duffy left Dumbarton after beating Edinburgh City in the playoff, and Mickey Mellon has left Dundee United by mutual consent after a constructive and open discussion with head of tactical performance Tam Courts looking likely to replace him. Plus, at the moment of recording, the Falkirk job is still up for grabs, although our sources say Paul Sheeran's a done deal.
John, where's your manager, mate?
Oh, thanks for that. Just to confirm, breaking news, Barry
Paul Sheeran
have been appointed at Alloa.
Oh, plus, looking at that today, Pochettino is wanted by Spurs. Conte's left.
I need to point something
Inter.
out.
What?
I was watching Sky Sports News the other day, right? And the guy on Sky Sports News went like that. Spurs are interested in Pochettino, supposedly. Aye, right, as if he's going to leave PSG for Spurs. The actual host of Sky Sports News.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Christ. Well, he's going to be maybe going back to Spurs. You've got Allegri maybe going back to Juve. Zidane has left Real Madrid.
I think Zidane's going to either end up at PSG with Pochettino going to Spurs, I think Zidane could end up at Spurs.
Am I missing anybody out here? Is that because
there's millions of them? There's millions of them.
If you ever want to put your champ man and football manager experience, get on a CV now and give us all the jobs going. If you want to change your career, football management, what's that?
But do you know what I want to know, man? How's none of them got to Celtic?
Because they're all shit. Do you know what I will say? It wouldn't surprise me if Jim Duffy ended up at Celtic as a coach.
Away.
I'm telling you, Jim Duffy's tremendous.
Chris, my sources are telling me that Peter Grant might be part of the new setup at Celtic.
Well, I was down at Peter and Lorraine's for dinner last night.
Right.
Out the back. I never said anything, John.
What about a wee combo of John Hughes and Peter Grant? I don't know in that way.
What about for Falkirk?
Yogi, I don't. Paul Sheeran's a shoo-in for the Falkirk job. My sources, very close sources, it's a 100% guarantee. 100%.
You're not going to get John Hughes going for the Premiership to League One. No disrespect, John.
No.
I mean, it's like, I think John Hughes would maybe entertain the notion of going to Falkirk if maybe he's were in the Championship at a push.
Yeah.
Know what I mean?
Nah, do you know what? I don't know.
Hey, when they go to League One, mate, come on.
Paul Sheeran's a done deal.
Aye. Well, you heard it here first. All you Falkirk fans out there, all 10 of you or whatever, you heard it here first. Paul Sheeran is going to be the next Falkirk manager. And some other news. Celtic have made an approach to Barcelona about 18-year-old left-back Mika Marmol, the Spain Youth International, who has been playing for the Liga club's B team.
Well,
Who's making this approach, mate? Where's your manager?
Listen, Barca need the money.
Where's your manager? But who's making the approach?
Listen, we've got a manager. He's just not. He's
in the chippy.
He's in the chippy down in Poole signing Barcelona players, mate.
Who's making the approach?
I'm about to make an approach up to your front door, you fucking arsehole.
Sunderland have offered a new contract to Charlie White in an attempt to avoid losing the striker for nothing this summer, with Celtic reportedly one of the clubs chasing a 28-year-old. Who's chasing him?
That's how Eddie Howe's no been at Celtic Park. He's been away to Barcelona and away down to Sunderland.
Yes, okay.
That's what's happened.
That's fucking genius, isn't it? That's genius, man. Elfsborg General Director Stefan Andreasen says there's concrete interest in Joseph Okumu, the 24-year-old Kenya centre-back who's been linked with Rangers. See, Gerrard's probably looked at him, mate, because he's your manager. He's probably looked at him and thought...
Gerrard's never heard of that cunt. Behave yourself.
Gerrard, mate, Gerrard knows he's a manager, mate. He's at a club, managing a club who are champions.
He's definitely at a club, managing a club. No doubt about that.
Exactly.
Ryan Gold, yeah. How about Ryan Gold? 25-year-old Scot who's out of contract with Portuguese club Firenze is on Benfica's list of targets, but the midfielder has a number of suitors for his signature. Now why is he not in the Scotland squad? Did you see his stats for the Portuguese league?
Aye, I seen. He's definitely a talent, the boy. I don't know what it is, but he's never really.
But see, when he went to Hibs on loan, he was shite, wasn't he?
Aye, that's what I was. Mate, you took the words right out my mouth. That's what I was going to say, man. It's like, but then that's kind of, I don't know, is that gospel now that everybody in Scotland just thinks he's shite? Because it's not the truth. You know what I mean? These stats.
I still think him as a 17-year-old boy. See, when I read that there and it said 25, I was like, fuck, I'm hurtling towards the grave.
Hurtling as he takes a big swig of his juice, hurtling towards the grave. But
beautiful.
There'll be more football chat and daft chat in the open line soon. And on the big question, in tribute to this week's guest, we ask, out with your own team, what is the best song a football team has adopted? And that guest this week has been entertaining Glasgow for 25 years with his breakfast show on Clyde 1 and is the reason why Grado hasn't probably joined us today. You will also catch him in a club or on the radio every Friday and Saturday, banging out the GBX, and now he's releasing a remix of Yes Sir, I Can Boogie. It is none other than the breakfast show king, George Bowie. Cool, because you can't drive and do a Zoom call about G4 claims at the same time.
No, that would not be a good advert for G4 claims now, would it, boys?
It might be the best advert, actually.
Well, this is actually a good advert that I've jumped into the passenger seat, and I'm telling you what not to do whilst you're driving. How about that?
Yes, it is. Because if you're driving and doing this, had a wee accident, you would need to phone the old G4 claims, and what would you do, Nicole?
Claim. So, if you've been involved in any sort of accident, remember to always phone us first. You shouldn't be using your phone driving, so I'm just going to make that clear now. But if you're involved in any sort of accident, please contact G4 first. We can get you a replacement, like-for-like replacement vehicle whilst your car's off the road. If your car's written off, we'll get you paid out for the previous year. We don't want you left with any negative equity on your finance. We'll make sure understand it more. Always phone us first. It's not at full claim. Made easy. G for claim.
Made
Easy.
easy.
It's the Football Daft Open Line, the open line where anything goes. The season might be over, but the chat continues. Where are all these managers going to end up in the manager merry-go-round? Will Eddie Howe ever turn up at Celtic? And should Italy have really won Eurovision? As usual, we have a panel of football experts in the loosest term. Stephen Keevins and Chris Delahunt are here with us this week as Graham Guidi has shat it. Let's move on to our first caller, and this man is called Chris O'Brien. Grado is not with us, Chris. What point do you want to make to the panel today, sir?
Chris, you'll not really know this, but Stevie will know this, and John knows this as well. When I've been on Rangers staff before, I'm a coach for my son's football team.
Cool.
Yeah.
So it's Arniston Rangers 2013s, based in Gorebridge, and we're doing a fundraiser just to try and raise some money for the club to get like days out, kits, bibs, equipment, tournament entries and all the rest of it. So we've got a GoFundMe page set up, so we're just looking for kind-hearted people to donate anything they can towards that. We've set the boys a challenge, so in a couple of weeks we're going to be doing a 1,000-goal challenge. So the hour and 15-minute training session they've got to try and just score as many goals as they can. So it'll be a lot of fun. The boys are really looking forward to it, just to try and give them money for today's song, because I mean, like everybody, they missed out on so much this year, so they just get a bunch of 7 and 8-year-old laddies just rattling balls in the back of the net. Nothing better than that, So it's just to try and spread the word. I've got a GoFundMe that I can share with you guys if you want.
Yes.
Yeah, plug away, Chris. What's the GoFundMe link?
It's GoFundMe Arniston Rangers 2013's 1,000-goal challenge. I think off the top of my head, I can't quite mind, but we're on Twitter at ARYFC13s, so you'll find the link.
I'm checking right now, mate.
Cool, I think I've got you on Instagram, so I'll maybe send you the link to there.
Cool, mate. Do that.
Perfect. Cheers, boys.
No bother.
Definitely, mate. All the best with it, bud, and good luck, man. Brilliant what you're doing,
Thank
mate.
you.
Honestly, it's great.
Best
to keep
luck,
youngsters
Chris.
thinking about.
Quick prediction for the Euros. How do you think Scotland are going to do?
I think we'll get third, just by the skin of our teeth. I don't care how we beat the Czechs as long as we beat the racist, rancid, dirty bastards, but I never said that. I think that we'll do well to get third, and then I think we'll get pumped out.
Right. So do you think qualifying is one of the best third? Because it's at four of the third place.
4 of the 8. Aye, 4 of the 8. I thought it was at 4 of the 6. I think we will. Because I was having a look at the other groups the other day there, and I think that we are possibly the 4th best out of the 3 out of the other teams that will finish third. I would like to think we get through it anyway. You know what? First time in 23 years. Last time was the year I went into high school, so I'm just buzzing the fact I can have a drink watching Scotland. If I shite, I can drown my sorrow.
But anyway, see, the thing is, they usually fucking drive you to drink, don't they?
Oh, that's true.
That is true. That's true. Listen, thanks for coming on, Chris. Really appreciate it. Good luck with the 1,000-goal challenge, and
Yes, nice.
let us know how you get on. All right.
All the best,
Perfect.
mate.
Thanks very much,
Take
boys.
care, bud.
Cheers.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.
That was Chris. Our other open line listeners have cancelled on us. I cannot believe it. And Grado's not here, and he was meant to be getting on Gordon Sawyers for the open line today. Thanks for Chris for coming on. That's it, really, pretty much for the open line today. Because
Tell you what, wait a minute. I've got somebody for the open line.
who would you like to have?
My wee laddie went through an operation last week. That's the reason why I wasn't on the show last week. Give me 2 seconds. I'll go and get him. All right.
There he is. There's Cian.
Oh, Stephen.
How are you, my man?
I'm all right. How are you?
Good. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling fine. Bit sore, but doesn't matter.
Cian, welcome to the open line. You probably make more sense than your dad.
Aye.
Probably.
Absolutely. What points would you like to make, Cian? The floor is yours. What do you want to talk about? Celtic? Do you want to talk about Scotland? What do you want to talk about, Cian?
I've got a big opinion that I think Scotland could go through, not win, but we could be the dark horses of the Euros.
Right.
That's what I like, Cian. I like that because you know that Optimistic. I like that. That's good. That is a good outlook to have because everybody thinks we might end up getting pumped, which we might. We might get hammered, but
most likely. But
Mhm.
we're looking at an aging Croatia team. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, this is brilliant.
An aging Croatia team. The England team, they're going to do something there. We've got to. It's the strength that this Scotland team have. It's the best Scotland team that we've seen in a long time, and the first time we've qualified for a national tournament in God knows how long. And
what age are you, Keane?
I am 12.
12. There you go. So you weren't even alive the last time we were at a major tournament.
Exactly.
Who do you think our star man's going to be?
I think that Scott McTominay is going to show up. We don't know if he's going to be playing, but because he looked like he got into a bit of an injury last night at the Europa League final. But I think Scott McTominay is going to show up. I don't like Scott McTominay. I think that he's a bit greedy, but you never know.
Right, go and give us your starting 11 then, Keane. Who's starting the first game?
David Marshall.
Marshall and Sticks.
David Marshall, Kieran Tierney, Andrew Robertson.
Right, so you're going 3-5-2, Keane?
I think I'll go with Kieran Tierney at right back.
Right.
Andy Robertson at left back.
Okay.
Right.
Patterson at right back.
I don't think Patterson is proven enough.
Oh,
There's a big one.
Oh, yeah, your dad's boy, right enough.
He played well against Slavia Prague, but a bit too young so far.
So who's your you gone for it? But who's your two centre halves?
Is McKenna still playing?
He plays for Nottingham Forest now, doesn't he? Is it
Yep.
Nottingham Forest?
I think so. Aye, Nottingham Forest, I think.
McKenna.
And forgot his name.
Gallagher.
Cooper.
Plays in England.
Cooper.
Forgot his name. Aye. Left mid. I think we've got to play James Forrest. Aye. Left mid is James Forrest.
Right.
He's got to play. In the games that he's played with Celtic this season, he's been superb. At least in my opinion. He's tough. He's not played perfectly, and he's been injured for a long time. Stop doing that.
That's your microphone, you know.
Oh, I don't. I'll pull this one out then.
Don't listen to him, Keane. You're doing better than him.
Aye, I know. I'm the genius. He's not. I'm the brains.
Right. Okay. So we've got James Forrest at left wing. Who's in the middle of the park?
I think that Scott McTominay and Callum McGregor should be dominating the midfield.
Okay. On the right?
On the right, we could play. I'm just thinking. We've got Ryan Fraser. That's who I'd be playing at the right. Striker, Hingley, Che Adams, and the second striker.
Dykes.
I'd say Lyndon Dykes, aye.
You're leaving John McGinn out of the side, Keane Toll.
I think I am.
Oh, wow. Well, there you go. Starting what are you making at, Stephen?
Do you know, I like how assured Keane is, and that's his starting 11. That's his opinion. I'd maybe change a few wee bits of personnel here and there, but like he said, it's his opinion and it's his team. And you know what? Who knows? You never know.
Keane, do you want a job?
Aye, Keane, do you want to do this podcast every week, mate?
Can I take Grado's space?
No, you can take your dad's space.
Okay then.
Right. Cheers, pal. Brilliant.
Fantastic, Keane. What a star.
Okay, doke then. See you later.
Brilliant, young man. Hope you're better soon, my man, right?
Thank you very much, Stephen. Bye, John.
Take
Bye,
care.
Stephen.
Cheers, Keane.
Bye, pal.
Bye.
Right, we can just move on for that now. Toll's done. He's done in this game.
Aye.
Wish I'd never said anything now. Jeez,
Oh, he's back now, man. He's back.
Oh, he's back.
Fuck. Mate, your boy is a fucking star, man. He's a star.
do you know what? I'm proud of him. I'm really proud of him. He's some boy. I must
Oh,
admit.
brilliant, Chris! Absolutely fantastic.
Brilliant,
He's definitely going to be a future on this podcast. The future of
Aye.
this podcast when we hand it
I
down.
think maybe at times during this Euros campaign, the Euros, he should come on and give us a
I
wee
think,
update
you
on what
know
he
what? I
thinks.
think going forward we'll have the key in tow Euro update on the show.
Aye, definitely.
Absolutely.
I think so, man. I think
Absolutely.
so.
Football Daft's big question.
Right, later on in the show, we are speaking to DJ Jaws Bowie, who's releasing a dance mix of Yes Sir, I Can Boogie. So we thought we would ask, what is the best song to be adopted out with your own team? So,
Call you when I need you.
Need you.
My heart's on fire. No, I'm gonna go with what's the slosh one at Dundee United?
Beautiful Sunday.
Beautiful Sunday. That's a good one. I like that.
That is a good one. You've got.
Listen, we all know that the best song of any team in Scotland is Sunshine and Leith, but we're trying to mix it up a wee bit here, aren't we, Stevie?
Aye. Plus, it gives me PTSD, man. It just reminds me of that Scottish Cup final, man. So I don't.
Because you were on the pitch when they were singing it, weren't you?
Pure fucking and about it, man. Pure ducking and all that. You know what I mean? Taking on all the Edinburgh troops and all that. You know what I mean? What is that? Flag? Get my James Blunt kicked in 2 seconds on that pitch, man. Not a chance. It is a good song, and we were saying that last week. We talked about that last week, John.
Yeah.
I had to sing it in River City once.
Yeah.
I had to sing it proposing to a bird on a cherry picker, singing Sunshine on Leaf when I was like 19. So I was like, it's got a kind of, it has got a bit of a place in my heart, because when I was that age, I didn't really realise that it was a Hibs anthem.
You're going to use a wee rendition, mate, Stevie?
Oh my fuck. But I didn't realise it was a Hibs song, and it was that big a Hibs song. I don't think it was as big then and apparent then, but no, it's became, like I say, it causes me a bit of PTSD, because I just see the Hampden pitch and I see their fans running on and I hear Sunshine and Leaf, and it makes me fucking sick.
It makes you sick.
Aye, right. Do you know what I mean?
You even done the wee Edinburgh accent and everything there, mate.
See what I done there? See what I done? I mean, you sing You'll Never Walk Alone. You know what I mean?
You know what? You'll Never Walk Alone. I was watching, have you seen the new film with Bob Odenkirk in it? It's called Nobody. It's called Nobody.
Nah.
Right? And You'll Never Walk Alone's in it, and it caught me off guard. What a song You'll Never Walk Alone is, man. Honestly, I know it's my team, so I can't choose that, but it's a belter. It is a belter. Anyway,
I might choose it. Just.
I don't think you will, Stevie.
No, I'm not. I mean, it's a big Liverpool song. You know what I mean? So.
Aye, but it's Scottish teams we're talking about, you know.
Nah, I'm not. I can't pick it. I don't. I'll go with. I'll go HA RTS. I'll go with that.
It's not a song.
Aye, it is. They sing it. They sing it.
No, but you see,
glorious
the whole point is an actual song that a team.
The boys in maroon are the talk of the tune. I'll pick that one.
Fuck off, you dick. Sunshine on with us. Anyway, we've asked the question out on social media. We've had quite a lot of feedback for this one as well. The first person on the list, Andy, says Motherwell's Bella Ciao dance version that they play before a game is class.
That's quite good. I quite like that. Stu says Beautiful Sunday or Dignity.
Who's Dignity?
Who sings Dignity?
I don't know who has Dignity.
Because Dundee United's Beautiful Sunday, innit?
Aye.
Yeah, I don't know who does Dignity, actually. I'll have to look into that.
Neil says Stirling Albion play Rave On.
Rave On. Stephen says Aberdeen.
That's
you want me, baby? So it's don't you want me? What's the word?
Peter Pollitt, baby. Was it Peter Pollitt? Wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
That's a tune. Kenny says Dunfermline, Gypsies, Tramps, and Thieves.
That's not. I think that's a Falkirk supporter on the wind up. I'll be honest with you, because that's not officially their song.
No, Dunfermline played that before they played Celtic. After the Daily Record said that the Celtic players had stolen that guy's camera. Seriously, they did, and I
really?
I don't know if it because Celtic went fucking mental up.
Bial says Motherwell, Twist and Shout.
Yeah, we're shaking a baby now.
Yeah,
I didn't like Motherwell did that. That's good.
Yeah,
That's
did that.
Stevie, they were sang it the whole time they were pumping using the playoff. Do you not remember?
Fuck
Stephen says I always get good goosebumps from the away end when I hear Hector Nichols start up with away down in Georgia. Gorgie, sorry.
Georgie.
Away down in Georgia.
Ross says, "Live it up."
It is a good song. It is a good song, and Rangers have obviously adopted it. It is a good song.
It's a belter, man.
I don't know that one.
So is the next one he's going to say.
Matty Collins says, "I want to be adored at Celtic."
Love that song. I can't listen anymore.
I bet see when he leaves and that song leaves with him.
Oh, gutted.
I know, that's a sad day, innit?
Ian says, "We'll have to go for my local team, Falkirk, with Amarillo or Little Respect."
Did Falkirk play Little Respect, John?
Oh, mate, Little Respect's a big
It's a great song, man.
I love it.
What's the words, John? John, give us a version of it. Go.
I try to discover
a little something to make me sweeter.
But do you know put other words in it?
It's only when it gets to "I'm so in love with you," and then we'll go,
right.
"We wear the navy blue." You know, we do that.
That's brilliant.
That's the only bit that we changed. The rest of it is the full song.
I'm so in love with you. We wear the navy blue.
That's it.
I love that.
Rest of the song.
We wear the navy blue. That you give me no reason. You try to sign Simon Stainrod. Gary says, "Give It Up" by Casey and the Sunshine Band. That's a good one.
Baby.
Tony.
And of course, Ryan Organics M11.
Yeah, that's the Twitter name.
Aye. Scott, Barry, Craig, Billy, Moosey, David all say Sunshine on Leith.
I think it's hard to deny it. I've got to be honest with you. I think it's hard to deny it.
I'll deny it to the day I die.
It is the Player Profile Playoff with PieSports.com. This season might be over, but Pie Sports are still delivering pie across the summer because the Euros are on, and you can get your favourite pies from them because there's going to be like 3 games a day, so that's going to be like, you're going to need a pie for each game, so get
one pie.
Yeah.
You're a lightweight, son.
PieSports.com. You'll get lots of options up there. Personal favourite, go for the dugout in my opinion. 4 Scotch pies, 4 chili pies, and 2 cheesy bean ones. Belter, 4.
Wait a minute, is this a new one? Is this a new?
Oh,
addition?
The cheesy bean one. The cheesy bean one, Chris.
Aye.
Oh, aye.
Isn't it?
Now we're talking.
Yep.
See, I still need the steak pie there, but I still need the steak pie.
Yeah, well, there's lots of different formations to choose from. You can do that at piesports.com. You can get them sent to postcodes free across Scotland if you check out their website, or you can give them a call 0141 739 9999. They'll deliver free of charge, like I say, to a lot of places across Scotland, and you get them in for the Euros. And that, my friends, is where we're going to go for the next few weeks with the game, because we thought we'll mix it up a wee bit, and rather than going to Scottish seasons, we'll go to European Championships for the next few weeks as we build up to the Scotland games. And this week,
John's raging. John Dixon's raging.
John's game over already. He's just come on to play the day.
John's like, I didn't sign up to this shit.
I was away studying SPL players for the last 10 years.
John, just keep Karol Poborski in your back pocket, my man, all right?
All right, we'll do.
Yeah, so John, you're a Rangers supporter. Come on to play. How's your European football knowledge, all right?
Nah, I'll be all right. Yeah, go for it.
Right, that's good. Who would you want to play out of Chris and Stephen? We've not got Grado with us today, John. Who would you want to play?
Toss up, draw it out.
Right.
Toss up, whatever one of you comes first.
Heads it's Stephen, tails it's Chris. And it is tails.
Come on.
Oh.
Poborski, you say?
Oh, shit. Start off for 10.
Right, so boys, Euro 2016. So that was only 4 years ago.
That was not long.
Euro 2016, I'm shite. I'll tell you this now.
I'll be good at this one.
5 years ago, John, come
Here
on.
we go then. Right. So you know the rules, boys. I'm going to give you a player description. Buzz in when you know the answerer. If you do buzz in, you miss your chance if you get it wrong, and the play continues with the other player. First to two wins. Okay. Right. What's your buzzer going to be? Let's go, Chris, first. What's your buzzer?
Fuck, you put me in the spot. Aguero!
Right. John, what's yours?
Ho!
Oh. Right, here we go then. First player coming out. This French centre-half had 51 appearances for the national team and started against Portugal in the final despite being on the losing side. He currently plays for Bordeaux, but at the time of the tournament, he was at Arsenal. His only international...
Koscielny.
1-0, well done. Next player, come on, John, need to get this in the game. This midfielder made the England squad after winning 6 out of 7 man of the matches in the qualifying rounds. Despite being injury prone, he made
Aguero!
Chris.
Jack Wilshere.
2-0.
Oh, John, man.
That was pish, man. That was pish.
Karol Poborski.
I was going to say him, I know.
Don't worry, listen, I tell you what, John, since it's a European Cup final coming up on Saturday, the pies are yours, my friend.
Thanks very much, Chris.
One of these weeks, Wannies are going to take your pies, aren't we?
Aye, this game is lost. There's no point in playing again. We might just
listen, it's a fucking ad. It's an advert for Pie Sports, you cunt.
I know, I'll go and buy them after that.
John, thank you so much for playing. If you want to be playing next week, just like John, easiest way to do it, sign up to our Patreon, patreon.com/footballdaft. You'll probably get first option if you go there. But if not, look out on our Twitter at footballdaft, and you can be playing for the pies as we do another Euros next week.
Please welcome to Football Daft, a man who has been entertaining Glasgow for 25 years with his breakfast show on Clyde 1, the number one breakfast show that you can hear.
Number one. Sorry, Grado.
Aye, sorry, Grado. Just before we carry on here, Grado has absolutely shat the bed and pulled out of the interview because it's George Bowie that's on. So.
I heard that Go said that they don't want them doing the same show because it'll show Grado up that bad.
I heard he was washing Crofty's car.
So there we go, everybody. It is none other than George Bowie.
Well, all right, here we go.
How are you doing,
Here
mate?
we go.
Guys, good.
Here we
Here we
go.
Behind me if you want me. Any point.
So, George, obviously, thank you so much for joining us, and it's an absolute honour to be sitting here interviewing you on Football Daft. But I do apologise for our friend Grado, who he's got things he had to go and do, but deep down I think we all know the honest truth in this.
He's bottled it. He's bottled it, Steamy.
He might turn up for the end, you never know, he might come rushing in.
I thought his character in Two Doors Down was killed off in the last series.
Well, that's a touchy subject, mate. Do you know what I mean? I can neither confirm or deny that is true. I just know that he heard George Bowie was coming on, and he's not here.
Shut yourself.
Aye, but we have got the absolute host of the top breakfast show in Scotland on was finally. George, how are you, mate?
I'm good, Stephen. It's good to be on, man. It's nice to talk to you guys. Got to carry on. I like that.
Excellent, George. Do you know what? I need to, straight away, we need to talk about this. You're bringing out a song for the Euros for Scotland, am I right?
We're doing Yes Sir, I Can Boogie Cross.
A cover of Baccara.
No, it's not a cover. It's the original. It's
the original.
It's the Baccara Girls. It's the original band. We're not
right. I thought, are you dancing it up? Are you GBXing it up?
Oh, GBXing it up. I definitely.
I say berries, man. I've not heard it yet. I can't wait to hear it.
I love how because Bowie's on and we're talking about GBX, your accent pure. Well, that's a berries, man. Honestly.
Listen, I just like to give a shout out to my boy. No,
there we go. Checking that off my list as well. My wee drinking game of bits and pieces. Shout out. We're only 2 seconds in.
Oh, by the way, I've got a top rare story for you. You done the Christmas party for my work, right? A few years back. Aye, and it
There's other people there as well, Chris. You know.
I know, but it's, you know, the GPX was there. It was
It's a GBX Christmas party. Aye.
Right, so one of the women in the work goes up to him and he's like, George, want to play Bits and Bobs?
Oh, I don't remember that. Bits and Bobs was trending on Twitter that night because I told the story on the show the next night. It must have been a Friday or something. I told the story on the show the next night.
I was a woman from my work, aye. Brilliant.
Oh, I love that. The Bits and Bobs woman, she's legendary.
So, George, let's get back to the song. Did you meet the girls for Baccara then? Have you met them?
No, because of the COVID stuff, I couldn't go over. So we had to book a studio in Palma, Stephen, and fly them into a studio. One's in Mallorca and one's in Germany. So we flew them into Palma, got them to do the vocals again, and we just kind of did it like this over a Zoom call. And
that's class.
They sent the vocals back, and then I've got a recording studio here, and we messed about with it. And then my mate's got a recording studio in Renfrew, so he did a bit, and then my wife and Sparkus did a bit as well. So there's a lot of people involved in it. It was good.
Oh, man, that sounds class. Do you think the national team's going to adopt it as their song, mate? Can you see them like?
Well, I hope they don't, because right now Bits and Pieces is our song. But either way, it's a win-win. You know what I mean?
I was going to say that, mate. Either way, you're winning, aren't you?
Aye,
it's a double A side.
That's it. That's what we need. So, it's been signed to a record label down in London. So we did, me and Paul Keenan, the guy that did United Nations Out of Touch back in the day. I don't know if you remember that song.
I remember.
I've done a kind of really poppy version of it for daytime. We've got like the version that's out just now is for the football and for the stadiums. But we've also done a really kind of poppy disco-y version of it, which hopefully they'll play in Ibiza and all that kind of stuff. So that's been signed by a record label in London, and that's coming out on the 7th of June.
Nice one. So tell me this one. I love a football song. Right, I see all of the daft songs that they brought out back in the day, like New Order and all of them, right?
What's the best one, Chris? What's the best one?
Well, that's what I was just going to ask you. For me,
right, sorry.
Right, for me,
interviewing people. I'm doing your job.
For me, the best one I think for me, Scotland-wise, was We're on the March with Ali's Army.
I think everyone's going to say that.
I've got a soft spot for Come On You Reds, the Status Quo Man United one back in the day.
Right.
And Don't Kill Me here. But you're struggling to beat Three Lions.
Three Lions, I knew you were going to say that there, mate.
As much as it pains me to say this, Three Lions and World in Motion are two of the greatest football songs, you know what I mean? I just wish they were Scottish songs. World in Motion was a great song as well, New Order, you know.
Also, that brought us a John Barnes rap, didn't it?
So, well, if they took that bit, Hugh Keevans tried to recreate that recently, and I still have nightmares.
Was there one for France 98 for Scotland?
Yeah, Delamitri, wasn't it? Boy across the
road. Don't come home too soon.
Don't come home too soon, and they did.
We were back before we released the fucking song.
I was the first person.
And we never fucking left again.
I was at France 98, and the then managing director wasn't really on the ball, and he sent me out to do, me and Keevans and a few others, to do the show live from the Champs-Élysées. And we did it that morning, the morning of the Scotland-Brazil game. And then he wanted me back for the show the next day. So I didn't get to go to the game. So all the boys, the sports boys, stayed. And I had to go to the airport, get on a plane while Scotland were playing. And of course, I still got my Scotland top on. So everyone thinks I'm being deported. And can I just go back? You know what I mean? It's one of those. So I missed the whole game and got home to do the show next day. It was absolutely raging. So that's my bad memory of France 98. But it was nice to be there the night before the first game and being amongst the atmosphere and stuff. It was great.
Amazing. Because you can. I mean, I remember it. I was coming home from school, sitting watching it with my dad and all that, and there was a buzz about the place. But it's that feeling's coming round again. And now it's weird. It's been that long. I've got kids. You know what I mean? My wee girl knows about them now. Knows about the football, and they know Scotland are there. My wee boy's he's kind of knowing what it's all about. But the buzz is coming into it. The buzz is coming now. Do you know what I mean? You can feel it.
Well, these intensify with these games that are coming up. You know, these friendlies, and then as soon as we get to the first game, it's just going to be fever pitch, and then if we lose the second game, not so much.
Do you know what? I've got a feeling we're going to do well in this tournament. I really do have a feeling that we're going to do well. I don't know.
We're all in work talking about what time the kickoffs are, because there might some games are like 3 o'clock and all that, and we're going, shit, we're going to be filming on set. Do you know what I mean? So it's like,
but you know what? That's a perfect opportunity for you to take a wee video of the whole cast of River City watching the Scotland game, you know what I mean? And that'll then go viral, and it'll go back to the players, and they'll be like, "Come on, you bastards!" Can't wait for it, man.
But half of the Scotland team's English, man. I don't know what fucking River City is.
What's this River City malarkey then? Who's this guy? Chelsea? Hey, little guy. I could just imagine a bit of that. But the England game's obviously on a Friday night.
That's a Friday night, aye.
Normally I would be on doing GBX on a Friday night. So they're saying to me, and this is why Scotland win, it'll be amazing. So they're like, we'll just go on, we'll do the scoreboard thing, we'll do the commentary and stuff for the game, and then you go on right after the game and do GBX from like 11 till 2 in the morning or something. So
why don't you try and get them to get you down to Wembley and do it for
that was
outside the stadium?
Chris, because of all the COVID thing, it wouldn't have been for the stadium, but they were going to have me down in the fan zone. They had the fan zone all planned out, and we thought, we're going to go down on a bus and all that kind of stuff. That
would have been class.
We're going to take some people down. I think Amy McDonald was coming down, and Callum Beattie, there was talk of him coming down as well, you know, doing some live sets in the bus and all that kind of stuff. And then they were going to have a fan zone. We'd all do a wee bit, and I'd do a GBX set after the game or before the game or whatever. But COVID kind of kiboshed all that, which is a bummer.
So tell me this one. See, with the fact that you're releasing the Baccara song for the Euros coming up, how much your percentage is Andy Considine getting for you?
You know, we spoke to Andy. Well, I sent him a wee message just saying thanks because it's because of you that this has all happened. And John organised them to come on the show the day the squad was announced, but he wasn't in it.
And he wasn't in the squad?
Oh, I was gutted for him because the big man's done so much for that song. It's his anthem, you know what I mean? And that could be like, it could be one of the big songs of the tournament. It could be this year's Will Gregg's on Fire. And
it is going to be the big song of the tournament.
Because even people that don't support Scotland have been saying to me, "Oh, we'll be playing that," you know what I mean? And that's what the radio guys down south were saying. They said everyone will adopt this as their song for this tournament, the way they did the Daryl G track.
Yeah, it could be the unofficial song of the actual full tournament. You know what I mean? But
it's like, there. I know that's what I was going to say. It's like this song's going to take off. It's going to be massive. If Scotland do well in the tournament, it's going to keep going. And poor Andy's going to get a beer machine and be sitting watching the games for the house. You know what I mean?
By the way, watching the games on mute in the house.
In a dress.
Sitting pissed with a dress on.
His eyeliner running because he's been greeting.
Telling his mates and his family over and over again, I started this. That's
that guy's living off my talent. He'll be like the guy that wrote Bits and Pieces. That guy's living off my talent. That's my song.
Fucking Bits and Bobs was better anyway. George, is a lot of the Scotland boys fans of GBX and stuff? Do you know?
Yes, a lot of them are. Actually, before that last game when we qualified, I sent Kieran Tierney a mix. We did them a GBX mix and sent them it down. They were playing it in the dressing room because there's a video of them all jumping about to I'm Feeling It.
Oh, brilliant.
And that was the first song in the mix. So there's actually a wee video and you can see it where they're dancing to Yes Sir, I Can Boogie, and then someone shouts, "Get a GBX on."
Brilliant.
So, yeah, a lot of the boys are.
That's right. Have you ever thought about getting any of them into DJ for you?
We could do a thing. We did a thing recently with Martin Compson where we got him to pick his favourite GBX tunes and I mixed them up. So we could maybe get one of the players or some of the players to do that maybe during the tournament. That might be a good idea.
Definitely, man. Definitely. Plus,
John came up with the name Baseline of Duty for the Martin Compson one.
Hey! Thank you very much for that.
You came up with that, John?
I did. Thanks, Stephen.
That's good, mate. That's good.
Already ripped off on someone else. I don't know.
That's pretty good for you, John. That's pretty good.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good for you, John. By the way, you're wasted in it, that Clyde.
So, George, talk us about, I seen you went global as well, man, with Sam Hewn talking about you on the James Corden show.
Aye, that was a bit crazy one. I've never actually met Sam Hewn. Everyone thinks that me and Sam Hewn are best of pals ever. You know him for River City, right?
Aye, mate, lovely, lovely, lovely guy, but I hated doing scenes with him, man, because I'm like 5'1" and he's like 6'10", you know what I mean? So me and him doing scenes together was a nightmare. You could never get a two-shot with us two. Because it was like, he's a cracking guy. He's a cracking guy. So are you going to be DJing at his 40th or something?
Yeah, I spoke to him about that, and he said he was going to have a belated party because it was just his 41st the other week, and he was being interviewed again on, I think it was STV were interviewing, and they said, "You never get the party. Would you still have it?" And he said, "Yeah, and hopefully George will still come and DJ." So I talked to him on Twitter and stuff. But I've never actually met him in the flesh, which is bizarre because I think he lives in Hindland. And
Aye, he's a diamond, there, guy. He's a diamond.
I've never heard anyone say a bad word about him. Every single person I've met that that's worked with him, even like now and at the very beginning, say it's exactly the same. He's just no change at all. And I've never met anyone in this kind of sector that's well liked. You know what I mean? And a lot of people like you as well, Stephen. You know what I mean? But he's the same.
By the way, I think he's an arsehole.
Who, Sam or Stephen?
No, Stephen. Sam's a lovely guy.
That's the thing, George. Me and Toll actually hate each other. We just need to do this every week. Do you know what I mean?
We put on a smiley face and just go on, mate. Proper professionals.
That's why you're all doing it for home. Can't be in the same room together.
So you're saying that you do 40th, George? Do you know something?
You got a big one coming up. You want bits and bobs at it?
I'm 40 next year, George.
There you go.
I don't know if you knew that.
I
don't know if you knew that.
Me and John will come and DJ at your birthday, Chris. Me and John did the Barrowland together, didn't we?
We did.
Really?
I would love that if Toll was having a 40th and told all his mates Bowie's coming to DJ and you couldn't make it and fucking John walked into the man.
Hopefully we'll be back to normal for that.
Get one of they cut out masks and just put it over John's face. Know what I mean?
It's a good look.
I've actually performed at the Barrowlands on more than one occasion. Anyway, so we'll move on to the next question. So you worked with Hugh Keevins for years and years on the Breakfast Show. We've mentioned him already on the show. Is there anybody in radio that has taken to social media like the dirty water that Hugh Keevins has? I've never met anybody that knows how to wind everybody up at once.
He's got it down to fine art, but that's his act. That's Hugh's act. You know what I mean? It's like there's no point in going on and saying everything's great because you're not going to get any debate going. You're not going to get anybody phoning up. If Hugh goes and throws a grenade in there, everyone's going to phone up and agree with him or disagree with him, and that's the whole point, isn't it?
Aye, he's a master of his craft.
Yes.
He is.
He's a total noise-up merchant. He's an absolute noise-up merchant. But a nicer guy you couldn't meet. He's a lovely.
No, I know. I remember. I think it might have been. God, going back years now. Was it Des McLean's wedding? And he was there, and me and my wife Nicola, we stood at the bar for ages, getting shots, a sambuca or whatever, just different shots. Just me, her, and Hugh Keevins, and what a laugh! Honestly, like the guy's he's a diamond. He is. He's brilliant. So George, looking on like obviously GBX and stuff. If you like, obviously you get shout outs all the time. People phoning in wanting shout outs. What's your favourite tune?
Oh, my favourite tune?
Aye.
Oh, that's a good question.
The people, because you must go at when people phone in like, oh, right, play that again. But is there ever one when people phone in and you go, yes, I fucking love this song?
See, this is the problem with GBX. A lot of people go, how come you play a load of the same songs all the time? Because it's a request show, Dafty. It's not me
exactly.
Phoning in and asking for it, and it's their tunes. It's like going to see, like you get the Oasis poster in the background, right? If you want to see Oasis and they didn't play like Wonderwall and all that and Don't Look Back in Anger, you'd be raging.
Of course,
you've got to play the big songs that people want.
Aye, of course.
So me,
is there songs that you go, I wish somebody just asked for this?
I really like the old school stuff, Stephen, as I know you do too. It's just like I like the old kind of 90s stuff, and my favourites change all the time because like anybody, I get bored with songs. You know, you'll put songs in your phone and you'll get running or whatever, and you'll listen to them and you'll go, right, oh, they're great, and then after a couple of times you'll be like, okay, I'm a wee bit fed up with them now, and update it. You know.
Do you know, like coming through high school, I was mad into my dance music, right? And my favourite one, and it gets played quite regular on your show, is Rhythmic State, Soaping Her Up.
Yeah.
I love it, man. I love it. It takes me right back to when I was like 12 or something like that. Do you know what I mean?
I was the first person to play that, Chris. I remember when I started the show, Rhythmic State had a song, Power People, which I've been playing quite a bit, and I got them in for an interview. And they said, can we make it next week? Because we're going into the studio to record a new song. And what we'll do is we'll bring it in and we'll let you play it first. So they came in with a DAT tape. This is how long ago it was. It was like 94 or something. They came in with a DAT tape. And on it was Soaping Her Up. And I played it. And like back then, we didn't have like texts and emails and stuff. So people you couldn't even phone in back then. So people were writing letters to me going, you know what I mean? Felt like it was an army wife or something, you know what I mean? What was that song? You just all these letters coming in asking about this Soaping Her Up song. It's mental.
It's a classic though, isn't it? It's a classic.
It's a classic.
It definitely is. We were in a big lodge at the weekend there. And
no, you be in a lodge.
No, no. You and Cameron there, were you?
It was
maybe a secret, Stephen. For God's sake, you're going to disappear.
A log cabin, which was very, very big. It was a massive one, so we called it a lodge. It wasn't. Anyway,
He's still there.
That's how Grado can't make it. He's still there,
He's
man.
still there, shaking hands. Can't get that.
Rolling his trouser leg up.
I don't even know where I was going with this story now.
Tell us about the lodge, Stephen. Tell us more.
I can't wait.
What goes on in there?
Here, Stephen, how old's your granny?
That's where I was going. Tunes, right?
Aye.
So, my
Play on the
brother-in-law,
lodge.
we were playing. My brother-in-law's a bit of a 90s boy as well. We're playing Hunter's old school songs as well. But then one that's now on your Spotify, it's like tunes you've been listening to recently. I can't get enough of it now. Is the Tiesto remix, his Southern Sun, the Paul Oakenfold song.
Aye, it's a good tune.
Oh,
isn't it?
man. I was
The vocal on that is just.
Aye, it's amazing. And I was like, I was making trying to make shapes on top of the snooker table that I just honestly, and my brother-in-law's taking videos of it, and the next day I looked at it and went, I'm an absolute embarrassment. Do you know what I mean? It's like, I thought I was back in Destiny or Bonkers or something. Do you know what I mean? It was
That's
embarrassing.
the game. That's what it's all about down the lodge.
How would you know?
I was in the BBs, mate. That's as far as I got.
Oh, it's brilliant. But George, obviously this is football daft, right?
Mm-hmm.
And wee bit about football now.
I've just come to think of, I've not mentioned football at all.
I know. We just thought, but you love Greenock Morton, didn't you? You're a big Morton man.
Well, they're my team, but because I live in Glasgow now, I never really get to go and see them.
Aye,
I grew up in a house where my dad's a Rangers fan and my mum's a Celtic fan, so Morton was the best option.
Easiest option.
Usually the option there's Partick Thistle, but you've went Greenock Morton. Fair play to you.
Aye, it was down that neck of the woods. It was down that neck of the woods.
I tell you what, you get a decent fish supper down that neck of the woods, don't you?
You get a decent pie at the pie stand. A pie stand at Capello is great, man.
Beautiful.
I've never been to Capello.
It used to be one of the strangest grounds ever. I was in it years and years and years ago, and it was really weird. It was a weird stadium, but it was a good stadium.
Big capacity, Chris. It holds a lot of people. I don't know what the actual capacity is, but it's one of the biggest. You know what I mean? And in that league, it's a huge ground.
So, what's your favourite memory then, as a Morton fan?
I think it was the night that about 10 years ago, was it, when it was the same year we got relegated, but we also put Celtic out the cup. We beat Celtic. Everyone thought we were going to get beaten at like 6 or 7-0, and it was nothing each at full time, and then it went to extra time, and it went to penalties.
I really should have thought about that before I asked that.
I mean, I thought we were looking at the score thinking, oh, it must be about 5 or 6-0. I'll tell you what it was. I was doing an interview with James McAvoy at the time, and James is obviously a big Celtic fan. So we're talking about the game, and we're kind of making jokes about it. And we went to see, he had a new movie out, Filth.
Brilliant movie.
So we went to the premiere of that while the game was on. So obviously I had to do the interview, I had to go to the film, couldn't get to the match, had my phone off for the whole match, and then came out and I was scared to look at it in case it was 6 or 7-0, and I saw that Morton had won in penalties. So that was an amazing.
Toll, do you remember that night, mate?
I can't remember what I was doing. I think I don't remember it, man. No. I remember Big Viduka's debut against Morton at Capello, but you remember that one?
I was at that game as well. I was in the cowshed that day.
And then he fucked off the next day, remember? Played against Morton, and then we were like, I'm away, fuck this.
And that was quite close, that game as well. Was that like a 2-0 or something?
I think it was 3-0, but it was a good game. Reset and Viduka scored. It was 2. You're right. It was
Vidar Reset. Remember him, man?
He was a bonkers case, wasn't he? He was a red card waiting to happen every time he put the boots on.
But George,
another close game.
Your wife Ellen, big Rangers fan.
She's a massive Rangers fan.
Yes. How does that go down in the Bowie household?
It's all right. It's weird because when my kids were younger, when Lauren was younger, she used to come to Capello with me, and now she wants to be a Rangers fan like her mum. I think they're kind of glory hunting, you know what I mean? A bit of that. But it's fine. I mean, we had that one season where we're in the championship at the same time.
Yes,
and
I was going to mention that there, mate. I was, because we crossed paths for a while, didn't we?
Because Morton went there the first year, and then we came up, and Rangers had, who's the guy that had the magic hat? They used to sing a song about
Mark Warburton.
Aye, Ellen had one of these we're playing at Capello, and I think Rangers were winning 4-0, and Ellen got this Disney magic hat and started sending me pictures of her wearing it and all that, and just got a total noise up. So that was really the only time our paths crossed, and I think we drew each other in the cup that year, and I think Rangers won 2-0 again.
I think we did, mate. I kind of.
It was at Ibrox. I went to that game as well.
Who's your favourite Morton player?
Right now, at the moment.
Right now and of all time.
Andy Ritchie was my favourite player back in the day because when I was at school, he was a goal scorer. I mean, Andy played for Scotland and all that. Morton were like in the Premiership at that point. It wasn't the Premiership; it'd be the First Division or whatever it was back in the 80s. But yeah, the equivalent of the Premiership, and he was like top goal scorer and playing for Scotland and stuff. So he had a couple of great seasons. He was kind of Morton legend. Still see him from time to time as well at Capello whenever I go down. And he was probably the best player back in the day. But right now, it's kind of slim pickings. Team are not doing too well now. But I hadn't been at a game for... Like, I moved to Glasgow 4 years ago. When I lived in Kilbarcon, me and my mate had season tickets. We used to go down every second week. And then it was handy because I could just go straight to Clyde afterwards, just go over the Erskine Bridge and you're there in 10 minutes. So that would be a regular Saturday for me, go down to Capello, watch a game, and then go and do GBX. But since I've moved to Glasgow, I haven't really been to any games. I've watched a few of them on telly and stuff. But that's it. It's funny how you drift away from it, isn't it? It's like...
I kind of... Well, I wanted to drift away from it when Rangers went out to the third division, do you know what I mean? But it's one of the ones. It's hard. I mean, we're Morton are, do you know what I mean? These leagues aren't easy to go to, do you know what I mean?
No, they'll never get out of that. I mean, they have to get the money to get out of that. Survival's the big thing.
See what you're saying there as well? Morton always bring in a big crowd, no matter what league they're in. They've always got a big crowd, and they always, whenever they played at Parkhead, they always brought a huge travelling crowd with them. One of the biggest that ever, with the exception of Rangers, even bigger than teams like Hearts and Hibs and stuff like that. You know, so it baffles me that for a club with such a huge support, they are where they are because they're a bigger club than that.
There's a lot of people down that way support Celtic or Rangers, though, Chris. You know what I mean? It's like they'll cheer on Morton as well, but it won't be their first team. You know what I mean? So, like, if you cheer on Celtic and Morton are playing Rangers, you're going to go to the game, and vice versa. If you cheer on Rangers and Morton are playing Celtic, you're going to go to the game. You know what I mean? So there's probably a lot of people that go to those big games that wouldn't go to Capello normally.
It is like you said, George. It is. I mean, clubs like Morton and that, it's all about survival. Do you know what I mean?
No, definitely.
It is. Clubs like Morton and Falkirk and stuff. Small.
Don't bring Falkirk into this.
Judas, remember Judas at Falkirk?
Don't talk about that bastard. Right, so listen, we'll bring you interview to an end here just now, George. I've got one big question to ask.
Go on, Chris.
He's not doing your 40th.
Oh, but your 40th again,
No. How are we going to do in the Euros? How do you think we're going to do?
Right. I think I've got a theory on this one, right? See when Scotland think they're going to do well, if they're playing a wee Diddy team, we do really badly. See if we're playing a France or a Spain or a Germany or whatever, somehow we just raise our game. So it's what Stephen was saying earlier. It's a good feeling about it, isn't it? It's like everyone's expecting us to fail, so we can't lose. You know what I mean?
It is. I mean, it's like we've all been through a global pandemic. It's been a really tough time. There's been no fans at football. There's not been much to shout about and smile about. But now, hopefully, light at the end of the tunnel with the pandemic. Plus, for a change, you've got an international football tournament coming up that Scotland are involved in. It's mental.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? Plus, it's like George is saying as well, like Croatia, England, who else is it? Czech Republic. Croatia and England are two of probably the fancy teams to go and win the tournament. So really, we've got nothing to lose. Do you know what I mean?
No, I'd imagine England would be what?
So that means we'll beat England, we'll beat Croatia, and Czech Republic will pump us 5-0.
But mate, that's enough. If we beat England and Croatia, we're through.
Yes, come on, yeah, boy.
Take that any day. It'd be great. If we win one of the 3 games, I'll be happy. You know what I mean? One of the 3 games is a victory. Even if we go out, as long as we don't get gubbed like 5 or 6-0 in every game.
I really want to beat England. Obviously, want to beat England on the Friday night because I know John will be absolutely pissed and want to do a Zoom
Oh,
call.
mate, it'll be amazing. It'll be amazing, won't it?
Historically, we've got a good record against England. You know what I mean? It's
Mm-hmm.
particularly the recent years. You know, I remember the Lee Griffiths double, and was it Don Hutchison that scored at Wembley?
Don Hutchison at Wembley, yeah, we beat them 1-0.
Right, remember, we went 1-0 up at Wembley the last time we played them down there as well. Remember, Kenny Miller scored.
That's right. Aye.
That's right.
He scored two in that game, wasn't it? It was 3-2.
Aye.
Mm-hmm.
So, aye. So, who knows?
You never know.
Do you know what? Maybe
It's just good to be there.
Harry Kane will be walking down the street and his ankle will go over the curb. See, you ever done that? Maybe that will happen to Harry Kane, and wee bit of luck. We never get that wee bit of luck.
No,
so
we
fingers
don't get a wee bit
crossed,
of luck,
man.
That's true.
Fingers
Hopefully.
crossed.
Anyone's not getting luck at Scotland.
Aye, definitely. But, George, every week on Football Daft, we put our guests' Scottish football knowledge to the test with a 90-second quiz.
Oh, this
You up
could
for
be
it?
good. All right, let's try it and see.
Right, so David Martindale's top with a score of 16. In joint second, it's John Sutton, Chick Young. And joining them last week's was Hamilton's Scott Martin. He was dynamite, wasn't he, John?
He was on absolute fire.
He was
I'm going to
brilliant,
be
man.
rubbish at this, by the way.
We've got Mark Wilson and Keith Lasley, third with 14. Other selected scores include Gordon Duncan on 11, Jonathan Watson on 9, Pat Nevin on 6, and Barry Feastenders on 4. And at the bottom, it's a tie between Peter Lovenkrands, Derek Johnston, Craig Levine, and Mick Sue Patalainen, who are all on 3. Is there anyone on that list you want to beat?
Yeah, Mixu, Pat Linen, and the others on 3. If I get
Mate,
more
you
than
need
3, it's a bonus.
You need to beat Gordon Duncan. You know what I mean? He's on 11.
That would be
Clyde,
good.
fellow
He
Clyde.
never invited me to his wedding.
Oh. Do you think we could maybe extend the interview a wee bit and talk about that?
Aye, well, it's one of these things, you know what I mean? I didn't know him all that well. He just started at the time they got married, and I still noise him up about it. Say,
Imagine just starting at Clyde and no inviting the Don, George Bowie.
Hey, you know, I want to come to your wedding.
How long do you want to stay at Clyde if you're not inviting George Bowie to your wedding if you're
His
working at
career's
Clyde?
over. His career's
It's
over,
like
Stephen.
working at River City and no inviting Shell Suit Bob.
Wow, man.
You're coming to your 40th, Chris, aye?
Oh, you better believe it. We hate each other, but you better fucking be there.
So, obviously, 90-second quiz, George. You can't pass, even if you don't know the answer. You must give a answer.
Wow.
Right? All right, so that's the rules. And, Chris, do you want to read the questions out?
I'll read the questions.
Right.
Right, if we get 90 seconds on the clock, John.
We have indeed.
Right, George, your time starts now. Aberdeen's Fraser Hornby was on loan from a club in which European country?
England.
What colour appears alongside the white and blue on the Scotland home kit sleeves?
Yellow.
Who has just been appointed Ross County manager?
Oh, I do know this. Who was it again? I'm not like a
John
pass.
Sats.
I'm
Just
terrible at this.
say a name, just say a name.
John Hughes.
In what year were Morton founded?
It was at 1873. Is that right?
Who's the current manager of Dundee?
The current manager of Dundee is it James McPake? Is that right?
Name one of the other clubs Gus McPherson has managed out with Morton.
St Mirren.
What is the name of St Mirren's mascot?
Paisley Panda.
Yes, sir, I Can Boogie got to what position in the charts?
Number 2, I think.
Jim Duffy left which club this week?
De Barton.
Celtic signed Odsonne Edouard from which French club?
PSG.
What is the name of Stenhouse Muir's ground?
Stenhouse Muir.
Derek Lilly is Morton's record sale, but who did he move to?
Oh, he moved down south, didn't he? Did he not do it? No, I've got to say Dundee United. I don't know why I think.
Stephen Gunn has just been appointed director of football for which club?
Stephen Gunn.
Time.
You can
answer the question, no, George.
Stephen Gunn. Is it St Mirren? I don't know.
Right, John.
Right.
John, I love the answer to the Ross County manager question.
That was a mistype. That was a mistype. I don't know what I was thinking at the time.
George, under the question it says, who's just been appointed the Ross County manager? And the answer, Ross County.
That's a good name for a football manager. What's Yogi Hughes? Was it Yogi Hughes?
No, he's just left.
He's
I'll
just
go
left.
through the raw answers, George Bowie. George is used to my shite scripts. I hand them to him every day. Right.
I'm used to this.
Here
Right,
we
here
go then. For a man that does the 5K minute every day, let's
That's
see
pretty
what.
bad.
Oh, yeah. Right, let's go through the raw answers. Fraser Hornby was on loan from a club in which European country? It was France. The colour that appears on the Scotland jersey, it's red.
Oh, is it red? I thought it was too obvious.
Malky Mackay is just
Of course,
about
that's
to go.
Malky Mackay. You were talking about that this morning. I won't say what you said.
Yeah.
Yeah, send it to him in an email.
Morton 1874, not 1873. You got the St Mirren questions right though. Yes,
I knew it was 1870 something. I couldn't remember because I think we're the third oldest club in Scotland or something.
Yeah. Yes, sir. I Can Boogie got to number 1.
I thought it was a number 2.
Oh, yeah, you're going to argue over this now. I know what you like.
He got the James McPake one right as well, Dundee manager.
Yeah, James McPake. Oakview, Stenny's ground. Derek Lolly moved to Leeds, and Stephen Gunn's just been appointed as director of football at Aberdeen. You're not bottom, however, sir. You've done your family proud. You've done Radio Clyde proud. You're got
Second
5.
bottom. Top 5.
5. Third bottom, mate.
Could be
Third bottom.
Barry from EastEnders.
That's it.
Beautiful.
I heard you were calling him Barry. Is that right?
Of course we were.
Kept calling
Of
him.
course
I don't
we
even
were.
know his real name. Apparently, John showed me this
Sean.
video of him singing something inside so strong and it traumatized me.
I bought his fucking book on the strength of that interview. I've not even opened it.
I thought you could say you bought his album.
Oh, brilliant. George, it's been great talking to you, mate. It's been brilliant. When does the song come out?
Right, the song "Yes Sir I Can Boogie" is out on the 7th of June. So very
do you
excited.
know
about
what?
that.
Do you know what, boys? Since we've got the artist in resident, and since we've got Baccara's permission, do we have permission to play the song right now, George Bowie?
Yes, you do. You have my permission.
Oh, yeah, belter.
Here it goes.
Grado's going to be raging.
Aye.
You think you'll play it in the wireless?
Mister, your eyes are full of hesitation. She makes me wonder if you know what you're looking for. Baby, I wanna keep my reputation. I'm a sensation. You drive me once, you beg for more. Oh, yes sir, I can boogie, but I need a certain song. I can boogie, 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 all night long. Yes sir, I can boogie, if you stay you can't go wrong. I can boogie, 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 all night long. Come on, boys. Come on, boys. Yes, sir. Already told you in the first verse and in the chorus, but I will give you one more chance. Oh, yes, sir. I can boogie, but I need a certain song. I can boogie, 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 all night long. Yes, sir. I can boogie, if you stay you can't go wrong. I can boogie, 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 all night long. Yes, sir. Already told you in the first verse and in the chorus, but I will give you one more chance. Oh, yes, sir. I can boogie, but I need a certain song. I can boogie, 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 all night long.
wee slick paced show today, guys.
I know.
I like it.
I know.
I like it. Highlight of the show, right, mate? Obviously, Bowie was brilliant. He was really good. It was a great show. We missed Grado.
We did miss Grado.
We did miss him, obviously we miss him. I mean, we come as a 3. Well, we come as a 4. John as well. We come as a 4. Sorry, John.
It's been a 3 recently, to be
It has been a 3. It has been a 3. But the 4th keg came in today, and it was in the form of Kane. He was class.
Young Kane.
He was
Toll.
class. Kane
Superstar.
Toll. Aye, he was class. And honestly, Toll, if ever in the future you can't make the pod, just let your boy come on.
I tell you what, he'll swear less than me anyway. That's for certain.
Yeah, he put me to shame as well with his polite demeanour. Do you know what I mean? He was very, very polite. Do you know what I mean? No.
And you were slagging me even when I was like, all right, what's happening, Georgie boy? No.
No, it was a lovely show today. It was brilliant here for Bowie, and it gets the blood pumping. Thinking about that song coming out, thinking about the Euros coming. We spoke about the Euros quite a lot today, and I've got a wee buzz on the views.
Do you remember what I said before we qualified? I was like, watch this when we qualify. Gradually, everybody's just going to get on the bandwagon, and it's starting to roll, and you can feel it, man. You can definitely feel it. I cannot wait for this tournament to kick off.
Honestly, man, it's one of the things I keep thinking. Like, I mean, what date does it start? 3 weeks? 3 weeks time? 2 weeks time?
It's the day before we go out for a booze.
Oh, that's changed, is it no?
Is it changed? Is it changed again?
It's because of me, mate. I'm going out on the 12th.
You've got a walk, can't you? Oh no, it's the next month on the 12th.
Mate, I've got. If you don't believe me, I'll shout my wife in and you can ask her.
Listen,
you know what it's like,
don't
man.
worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Your missus tells you things. Do we all listen?
Because
No.
in one ear and out the other, mate.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
And then I says to her, I'm going out on the 12th of June, so we're talking in the group chat, and she says, no, you're no. And I was like, what are you talking about? We've already made plans. We're double dating that night.
Oh, very nice. Very nice.
So,
Why don't we all bring our woman and we can quadruple date or whatever?
if you want, but I think John wants a night out with the boys, don't you, John?
Aye,
Aye, John. No, but honestly, man.
So we're going out in the 11th then?
We're going to rearrange it, but John.
Aye, definitely.
Aye, but what did you think of the day, John? Did you enjoy your show today with Grado?
Oh, it was great. Good show today. Good to have George on. You know, my 2 worlds collide. Clyde breakfast, football daft. You know, it was like, you know, when the 2 parents, when you're married to someone or going out with someone and the parents meet for that first time, you think, oh God, this could be awkward. You know what I mean? This could be awkward. But then they get on well together, and you walk away quite happy with the situation. So I was happy he's got on with George. So that's made me happy. So thanks, God.
No, it was good, man. It was good. And obviously, if you want to sign up to the Patreon, you can, because you will hear George Bowie getting asked worst dressed, and his answer was John McInally. Do you know what I mean? So
I thought he was.
By the way, he had some answers in that teammate section.
You should
really do want to listen. You really do want to listen.
But boys, it's my birthday weekend. So we're recording this on a Thursday.
Are you going to the lodge again, aye?
No, I'm going through to Old Reekie tomorrow night. So I'm going to have a couple of pints tonight, guys, in preparation for my birthday weekend, where I will be turning 38 on Sunday. So I'm going to have a few beers. All right, boys. So it has been a pleasure. And talk to you soon, boys. And
many happy returns when I
have a happy birthday, Stephen.
I will, man.
Well, one of these days we'll get Ali McCoist on you.
We will, aye, for my birthday, definitely, man. But Toll.
Yes.
Where's your manager?
I can see somebody's jaw coming off.